Wait a minute.
All right.
With you.
So,
We're totally with you. Okay.
all right, wait. So hold up.
Easy.
27.
Johnny. I'm stuck on the whole walking through the
80s, so
hallway.
she was like a Molly Ringwald to me. Like, if you know anything about the John Hughes movies.
I won $100 million.
Oh, God.
I disappeared.
I got it. I know this. This is why it works. Because there is a way. You think you not like
Easy. Welcome everybody to Easy Monday Motivation. It's your homeboy E with the crew that make it do what it do. Of course, Johnny My Liege and CT the Chocolate Drop. I just got to check in with my people. How y'all doing today? What's going on?
Feeling good this Monday. Feeling good.
What's up, people? What's up, Easy Motivationers? What's up, Johnny? What's up, E?
Going on?
What's
Going
good?
on?
I was
Location, CT.
right.
Location.
Yeah.
I am on location. You're right. Yeah. I'm
You on location today.
Yeah, we gonna get into that because I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I know you got things going on now. Everybody knows it is that time. We are live. You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing live, and we're happy to have you with us. Now, make sure you check in, and we want to see you in the comments. You know, so hello, Easy Motivationers. We're always happy to see you on Monday to get you pumped up. Today is like no other Monday because it's a new Monday because there's always something to do on a Monday. Let's start our week the right way, and one of the ways we're going to do that today is by checking in, like we always do. Because Johnny, you're right. CT, your background are a little bit different, bro. I want to check in and see what's going on. Where are you at? What's going on? I know you got things popping.
I mean, technically, I'm always, with a Zoom background going on. You know what I'm saying? I made a conscious choice. What's up, sis? What's up, big sis? I made a conscious choice to not have my Zoom background on today so that there could be clarity that I am not where most people think I might be. I'm where I want to be, need to be, have to be, and I'm so excited where I be. I actually am in the place where most people would know or suspect I would be other than Columbus, Ohio, and that is Destin, Florida. This week is destined to be amazing because at the end of this week, Christian and Krista will be tying the knot.
Okay.
Beach. Oh my gosh. This time next week, do you understand? Like, my son's gonna be married, y'all. Like,
oh my gosh,
it's a whole thing, y'all. And I get this really amazing privilege to officiate the wedding.
What?
Yeah, y'all. I get to. They asked me. I was like, what a privilege. So I got my script down. You know what I'm saying? I think we make grandma might show up. She's actually gonna be there, but the grandma, like philosophy grandma on the show, might show up in some of the things we share. But extraordinarily excited. But what's really cool is Melanie and I have taken the first couple of days to hang out here. So the Chocolate Drop is working on his chocolate out in the sunshine here in Destin, Florida. So all is well. Thank you, sis. Thank you. So glad to be with y'all.
Yes. Thank you. And shout out to I wonder, did you find any of the chaos I left in Destin? Did anybody make it clear that A.O.C. had came? I mean,
can you please look?
It's really funny. So we went and saw her because that's you went to one of our favorite spots, and Promise was like, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "Oh, I forgot his name." I was like, "Eric." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh shoot, I was supposed to do something and I forgot." I was supposed to say something and I forgot. I was like, "Listen, let me take a picture and let me just let him know that we saw each other." So we took a selfie, and no, I have not seen little man run around.
I'm waiting for that picture. Don't
worry, am I looking for him? They probably torn it all down.
Yeah. I mean, they probably have. It probably would be considered graffiti. You know what I'm saying? The way that I did it. I guess you're right. Okay. I didn't think about how juvenile it was, but Yeah, I mean, there may still be one somewhere. I mean, I did buy 100. Okay, like okay.
It gotta be. Oh man, I hope you run into
got your
that.
picture up at the sheriff's office. You're like, if you see this man back in town.
Nah. It's at the federal office. But Johnny, we want to check in with you, Johnny, my liege. How do you be? How was your week? How's our guy Ace?
Oh my gosh, Ace is being Ace. He's just a joy. I'm reframing.
Ooh.
I'm reframing, right? CT, isn't that what you've taught us? Like over, I am reframing.
Wait, what happened? Now she's reframing? Okay.
He's just being a baby. He's being everything you told me was going to happen. Remember when I was like, oh, but he's so cute. He's so, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All the things. So he's finally able to get out and start walking now. And I'm just praying to God that helps with some of the energy and that will, alleviate some of our problems. Because right now we got all the problems. But other than that, y'all, I'm good. I'm chilling today. It's been a good weekend. I'm looking forward to this conversation. Monday being with my people. So I'm all good. Ain't too much happening with me.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, and I've been very busy. You know what I'm saying? I've been traveling. I just got back from Texas. I've you know what I'm saying? I've been meeting people. You know what I'm saying? So I've met some fun people and nice new connections, and it's occupying my time now. So where typically I would say I have nothing to impede my day or time to do things. There's someone now that is like taking that time and like I'm giving that time to them. So I'm trying to figure out things like we do. So
CT, are we diving in or are we just
we're not diving in because we're gonna continue past the subject because I have to talk about the fish.
No, we cool on the fish. We already know. We don't care about the fish.
We care about the fish. The fish.
We don't care about the fish today.
Easy motivationers. What do you guys want to hear?
In the tree. We're good.
Do you guys want to hear about the fish, or do you guys want to hear about other stuff?
We don't hear about nothing. We want to hear about dance, and that's what we're about to hear about today. Because today is hi. Matter of fact, let's check in. Hi, everybody, because we've been doing our hellos, and we want to say hello to all of the easy motivationers. Thank you all for checking in because we love you guys. I do want to say that call out today is International Dance Day, and like the reason why I wanted to talk about dancing is because I think it's something so expressive. Like we talked about laughing, right? We talked about what laughter does, right? Yeah. And if you think about how contagious, oh no, if you think about how contagious laughter is,
think you need to eat it. Oh wait, how is easy Monday motivation? That means Cam behind the scenes. Cam? Or this CT slips up in his stuff.
The
podcast.
What? Listen. Get the people what they want. Okay. Y'all are goofy. Like
Alicia and
why listen, we're not about to have a podcast about East life. Like that's not how that works. Now I've already disclosed enough to give you intrigue. Is that not? Are you not happy?
Well, Alicia, next time you come home, next time you come to Ohio, Alicia, we're gonna invite E over.
Y'all goofy. No,
and then we're gonna FaceTime CT so it could be like we can get all the tea.
Just tell me what you think.
Okay, so apparently there's a future interrogation. Okay, all right. So,
all right, for real.
All right,
don't start no fluff. Won't be no fluff.
All right, but no, I do want to talk about like I said, we talked about laughter, right? How contagious it can be and how infectious it can be. Like I also think about dance in the same way. Like, and I really was thinking about it with today being International Dance Day, and I'm someone who, admittedly, I would never tell people before that I used to perform in plays in opera and dance, so that was something that I did when I was younger, and it was really intriguing because it taught me how to connect with people in different ways. I did tap dancing, I did a little bit of classical dance, and then like when I was doing football, I did try some ballet, you know what I'm saying? Like, for some grace and balance and flexibility. So like I've tried to dance, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say I'm a dancer because I definitely think, we'll talk about that. There's a distinction between the two. But I want to come to both of you and I want to talk about your relationship with dance. Like, how was it introduced to you? Like, who was the first person you seen dance, and how did it really impact you? Like, and CT, I think I'll come to you.
Man, that question is when you go back to the genesis of it, right? I didn't grow up in a household where you were okay. So let's be clear. Y'all know I'm a church boy. I grew up like the genesis of dancing. Like for those of you all who understand urban culture in the Black church, shouting wasn't something you did with your mouth. Shouting was something you did with your feet. And and when, as they say, when the spirit hit, the singers would say, I can dance all night. All night. And then the Hammond beat would go off and the room would go crazy. And that was my first introduction to dance. I didn't grow up in a place where in our home we had any secular music, y'all. It was Christian. Like, see, there it is. Like running around the church right now. Like that was what dance was to me. And so if I saw it externally, it didn't happen in a way. It didn't happen in a way. I love the comments today, y'all. Just keep them coming. Keep them coming. Please. It didn't happen in a way that allowed me to connect to the electric slide or some of the dances that were popular outside of our home. I knew what happened when the spirit moved and you cut a step in between the pews at your church. That was my first recollection of what dance represented and what it meant. And it was an outpouring or an expression of something you were feeling from the inside that was like you're rejoicing in what God was doing in your life. So that was my first impression or my first introduction of dance.
Nice. And that's very important. You know what I mean? The way you were introduced to dance was connected through your spiritual and faith. You know what I'm saying? You were taught a free form of dance in that sense where there was no real, structure in it as much as it was being moved by the spirit, right? Like that's probably the freest form of dance. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, like that's beautiful. Okay. So CT, you've run down some miles as well. I know.
A little bit. And it evolved over time. You know what I'm saying? And I think we'll get into some of how we've evolved through dance. But I'm interested in the genesis of Johnny's dance.
Yes, again, Johnny's dance. Now, Johnny, who's the first person that introduced you to dance? How bad was it?
Oh goodness, the first person that introduced me to dance. I guess this topic is kind of hard for me just a little bit because we talked about this a little bit. I dance, especially after I've had a few cocktails.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not a dancer, and I don't have a special. I can recognize it, like I can see people have a special connection to it. But for me, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And unless I see something really, just but it's I don't know. It just really is moving. So church as well, but see, then our church changed. Thanks to a Pastor Walt who has now passed away, but he was like, y'all, we dancing up in here, especially after you started getting gospel artists like Kirk Franklin's of the world and Mary Marys and Hezekiah Walker's and all of those things. So dancing we were reminded that dancing is just a form of expression, and obviously there's certain dances that's not appropriate for that, but and I used to be in the youth choir. We literally dance for real. So I guess mine would have to start in the church as well too, but that's where Black people express themselves.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's where roots are. So
check it, E. So Johnny, so what's so crazy about what you're talking about is that there are these stories that have been told around what you introduced into the church environment. So when we lived in Atlanta, I joined a praise team. It was called Destiny Metropolitan Worship Church, one of the best churches ever at the time, right? So my wife encouraged me to join the praise team. When you join that praise team, they were epic. They had a gospel album out, whatever. Okay. And you had to sing, you had to dance, and you had to have, as they say in the church, a testimony. So the auditions, y'all, we had auditions. You had to show up to the spot. And they taught you a dance, and you had to like they watched you. The people was in the back, like judges, like American Idol, and
Oh
so
my
they was
God.
in the back, and they watched you dance, and you had to do your individual little solo, and then they had you in the back, like so. I'm telling you, Johnny, when that like production, that ministry was all like, nah, we got 4 services, and in those 4 services, we got 4 different praise lead. Like it was a whole production, y'all. And yeah, you had to be able to sing and dance at the same time. So it was like the stamina that you needed, your breath control, all of that. Honey, like it wasn't just how I started the church, but as I grew up,
it's how it evolved. Yeah.
Look, Mel will tell you, Mel would tell the record that spot, like it was different.
Wow.
It was amazing, but it was different.
That's interesting. That's so interesting.
Yeah. So the way I was introduced to dance was breakdancing. Like, when we were kids, my dad had brought a break dancing board for us and like set that all out for us. You know what I'm saying? And we would go out there and we would practice what we would see because my dad was from New York. So he was a cool guy from New York that used to do stuff like that and dance, and he was cool and all of that. So that's what we were into. That's how we learned how to dance. We learned how to break dance and you know what I'm saying, being really expressive in that way. And then on top of that, I went to different classes and stuff for dance, you know what I'm saying? Because like that was something that my parents was like getting us into, music and dancing and all of that. So yeah, like for me, it was watching my dad like do this one move that would eventually make him fall over, and we would laugh like every single time he'd do this one move. He tried to do a spin, and when that spin didn't work, like his legs didn't. He apparently like how you gotta cross your legs to do the full spin. He would never get the leg. He would never like they would kind of never like it would never work. He'd be like no, it would never work, and we would always get a good laugh out of it, right? So that's how we that's how we were introduced to dance.
Yeah,
he's still break. Oh. Yeah, so, Johnny, I was asking the same thing. Can you still break dance?
Can I? I mean, I already showed y'all the neck move. I was trying to be cool and not like what I'm saying, like breaking things down for you. But I'm not going. Yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
I love that. Oh, when you did that move, you know who it reminds me of? Mary Douglas. That's who it reminds me of. Let me tell you something.
Really?
Mary Douglas and Alicia Thomas, she's not too far away. That girl loved to dance. But Mary Douglas, you get her talking about dance and she's like, oh yeah, we used to hand dance back in the day and we used to do all these things back in the day. I'm like, oh, back in the day, you sure did do a lot, Mary Douglas. So come to the front of the congregation, Sister Mary Douglas.
Yes.
And everybody know you still like to hand dance.
Hand dance. Okay. Because I'm saying like you can get it in like that got a whole vogue and you know what I'm saying? They make hand dancing really popular. So
it's more like a little ballroom type dancing. Stepping. Stepping is probably what they call it now.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So Mama Mary, you was out there stepping. Okay. All right. With the soul train. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Hey, I used to watch Soul Train. Dang, that dated me. But I was a kid. But I'm not a kid anymore. So that really sucks. All right. I can't do all the same dances I used to because as you get older, like certain bends don't bend and certain like breaks don't break. You know what I'm saying?
Got a hip, a back.
That's why I always wonder why they called it break dancing, because clearly there was something you were gonna break if you did like all of those moves right. Man, did you ever try to swipe and then anyway?
No, and listen, I done got broke dancing. Okay, so like when we talk about break dancing, I know exactly what it means. I know what getting broke dancing is. Okay, like did I tell you about the time I watched my dad do that trick? Like, you think I didn't inherit that two-step that would make me fumble and fall too? That's the reason why I don't dance anymore. Okay, I mean, all we do is this. All we do is this. You know what I'm saying? People don't dance no more. All they do is this. So, so now I also want to talk about when it comes to dances. Like, I do want to go to line dancing because, like, what is one of your favorite traditional dances that I'm saying that you grew up loving? And I'm coming to you, Johnny, this time.
Dances that I grew up loving.
Yeah. I mean, like, you didn't do the electric slide?
Yeah, sure. I don't really love the electric slide. I love the booty call.
Oh, there we go. I mean, we got one out of it. You like the booty call. Okay.
Alicia just taught me a new one, but I forget the name of it. The one that you sent a video of, Alicia. So I've been practicing that one.
Tamia?
No, not that one. It's another one. I can't remember the name of it, but she'll chime in. She sent a video of it. I was like, don't worry, I'll be practicing because I'll be ready the next time you come. So she'll let us know what that line dance is. But I do like line dancing.
Okay. Line dancing is definitely fun.
Yeah.
We put shuffles at all the weddings and all the outings. The Cupid Shuffle, the Electric Slide. To me is the big one. The Cleveland Shuffle, the Flex Slide.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The Cleveland Shuffle. Like there's line dancing is the pickleball of dancing. Like if you're going to talk about like the thing you can do. Okay, let me say it differently. Like pickleball, older people do, even though younger people can do it. But it's the thing that older people do. And line dancing is what older people do. Young people could do it, but older people do it. Like, because it's the thing you could do forever and ever and ever. Right. So it's the way to do it. Mary's got one.
Yeah.
That's the mirror.
Just fine.
Thank you. There it is. That was the game show. I was supposed to hum the song. And how many notes can you hum the song,
that's
John?
my jam.
Yep. That line dance is fire too. Chris Brown's got one. Fine China. That's a good one too.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I feel like I would need a tutorial for sure. If you put Chris Brown and line dancing in the same sentence, that means that it's going to take Johnny a while to catch up with that one.
It's easy. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
That one's easy. Yeah.
Okay.
E, do you know why I know that's easy? You're on mute.
Why?
There you go. Because I actually used to be a hip hop fitness instructor.
Oh, did you?
Back in the day when I was
a hip hop fitness instructor. Tell me a little bit more about when you were because I think I want to see. I don't believe you.
Okay, fine. You don't have to believe me. I'll tell the story in a moment. But Cam, is there something you'd like to show the easy?
No, Cam, whatever you do not show a video that shows him.
See all of them.
I want you to show that other video we worked on.
Oh,
I'm just playing. No, go ahead, show the video. Just...
Come on, chocolate drop. I couldn't survive in a class like this.
Oh wow, you were doing you was doing a lot of good step in there, sir. Hold on, wait. I don't think I 100% believe that was you though. Do you have any more proof? Because I don't believe. I think that was edited. That wasn't you. That was somebody else. I've seen other people that have looked similar to that, doing the same thing. So I don't know.
I'm gonna need Billy to chime in here in a minute. Is there anything else you might want to show him?
No.
Let's go.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay. I mean,
it looked like.
I mean, there may be some validity to. But people doctor videos. I'll go ahead. I believe it. I believe it because CT is the chocolate drop. I guess that would make sense. That the chocolate drop knows how to drop it like it's hot. So
I don't know if we have another. If we don't, I can give you more if you need. But do we have another?
But wait, there's more.
There's more. There's more.
Oh, you look like you're in a fraternity right here.
I know, right? Okay, that's some very strong dance in there. I'm very proud of everybody in that line.
Listen, that was the very first routine I created as a hip hop fitness instructor.
Okay.
Eminem Till I Collapse. It is still, as I understand, in rotation today. So,
nice.
And the one you saw at the beginning was one of my other creations. Like back in the day when your boy was, out of work, I had gotten laid off. And before I got laid off, let's say it this way. So Melanie started exercising. And as a part of our fitness journey together, I joined her in the experience. And here is the short story. I was going to a class. Someone said, "Hey, would you like to lead a song?" I was like, "No." But then I said yes, because Melanie told me it was okay for me to do so. And when I did, it was Mr. Cheeks, lights, camera.
Oh, good one.
Very first song I ever led, and then by shout listen, I've been dancing my whole life. Like, just to be clear, I did not know that the dance was going to turn into something that was going to be a part of what I thought at one point might have been a career. So it went from one song to one class, from one class to like 7 classes a week. We had Monday, Wednesday, Friday was called the Breakfast Club. And every morning at 5:45, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:45 in the morning, folks got up, and for an hour we got it in. And then Tuesdays was Turn Up Tuesdays. Thursdays was Thirsty Thursdays at 12 o'clock. And then on Wednesdays, we went over to Dublin and did a class. And man, listen, I was as fit as I've ever been in my entire life. And really, that particular experience is really, let's say it this way, I couldn't do what I do today if not having had that experience. And it had less to do with the dancing and more to do with what I learned from having to instruct a class of individuals, and mostly women. The people in the front could dance better than I could. The people in the back didn't want to be seen dancing. And my responsibility was to make sure that in that 60-minute time, everybody had the very best experience possible. And so, to the extent that for me, like Johnny, by the way, you have all the things I have. To the extent, Melanie told me the other day, she was like, I say to the extent all the time. So that's
to the extent.
To the extent that, like, when you think about, thank you, Cam, when you think about like what the fullness of that experience was, like, really, my life was transformed as a direct result of the greatest hip hop dancer. But it was how I engaged and connected with that audience of people in that 60 minutes that became like a second, like everybody has our second family. Y'all are my family. Like, they became a family that I didn't know that I was going to have in the experience that we had together. So shout out to all my hip hop fitness family that's out in these streets doing a thing. Thanks, sis. So yeah, it was a real thing. By the way, I am retired. I am no longer teaching hip hop fitness classes. I have moved on.
Like he say, like, yeah, you just might break something. Like he was talking about break dancing.
Back to you.
Like, yes. Yeah, like, you know, we did the snake. You just passed it back. That's how we just did it. Yes. Okay. One day we want to have to actually visual, you know, we want to record that. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And pass that over. That's one of my favorite dances. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you just get to do your thing and then you just roll it out, just pass it over to somebody else. And that means once I touch you, it's your turn. You gotta dance and then finish your dance and then pass it off to somebody else. Because if you get stuck with the boogie, I mean, and nobody's around. Oh my, have you ever got stuck with the boogie and nobody was around? I'm just asking. This is a question for the Easy Monday Motivationers. Have you ever got stuck with the boogies and had nobody around to be able to pass it to? Because I have in my life. Because I'm somebody who does, listen, I just flew in from Texas, right? You know what I'm saying? And like, I have my headphones on. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, right? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I got my headphones on and I'm dancing. Like, I don't drink no coffee. I had no nothing. I woke up, was like, put my headphones on, certain songs I just play, and it just made me want to dance. And I'm just dancing to people. I know I'm a big guy, right? So like, people look around like, what is he listening to? Number one, it's probably loud enough for everybody to hear, but I just can't help it. Certain songs just really drive me and make me want to move. You know what I'm saying? They just get me in the spirit. So I don't think me in particular feel like I had a long history with dance or even any real desire to want to dance. You know what I'm saying? It just always was something that I just liked to do. You know what I'm saying? Just from the natural reaction of listening to certain songs. Now I do know that next season we do have some fun lined up for the Easy Monday Motivationers. Like, if you have not learned, like me and my homeboy Cam in the back is going to be bringing some fun. We're going to be practicing this one song. Yeah, that's why it say the boogie. But you know, when we doing the jiggy woogie, you gonna be over there like, hey. But anyway, it goes. So I wanted to ask a question to the Easy Monday Motivationers to say, who out there likes to dance? And if you do like to dance, you know, we want to see it in the chat. We want to see the reactions because it's important to us to know. Like, dancing is something important to you. Did you dance when you was growing up? Now, if you didn't, you know, or you might be missing out on a few things, but there's no problem with that. You know, maybe there's a song that you haven't heard and it might make you move and somebody might play it for you. I listened to some 1950s music this weekend and like it had like in it and like different sounds, and it didn't make me move much. But then this one song came on and it made me move, and I was like, I did not think I'd be able to groove to big bop 1950s music, but it just made me want to move. So I'm just calling out that I think that music in connection with your body, in the fact that it causes some type of sometimes involuntary motion in you where you get the boogies. Okay, I'm calling it. That's right, Mama. Slow.
Wait, what?
Put that. Oh, shit.
I love dance. Slow groove. Okay, let's. Hey,
I couldn't even hear everything he was saying. What is going on?
Because your mama's spilling her tea. I love it. Okay, listen. Hey, Mama. Hey, listen. That's what I'm talking about. I like the slow dance too. I really like the slow grind and wine. I mean, it's really fun. You know what I'm saying? So. Go ahead, Mama. I'm definitely with you. Team slow groove. Okay. Slow groove. With my Barry White. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of slow groove, when me and Terry first started dating, and we would just be chilling. I know. Thank you, Leisha. I'm like, Mom, what?
Stop! No.
Mama. Express yourself. All right.
No, I love it. What was I? Where was I going with that? I don't even know.
This is amazing. My mom's not on here. This is amazing.
Right? Because your mom's not on here. Let's keep going.
Hey, CT, you see how it's different when my mom is getting me. It's okay. Everybody's okay with E getting picked with. You know what I'm saying? But the moment it's somebody else, they like, listen, let's move.
I know.
Let's move on.
Talking about slow groove. She probably over there reminiscing and everything. Mom, close down the computer. Just get off the internet. Just get off the internet for the night. Leisha, call her. Tell her to get off the internet.
Stay on, Mama. We got your back.
We got your back. And that honey love, you about to go. I'm about to turn it up. Okay. All right. So, who now?
You want to slow dancing? Oh yeah. Talk about it.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say. He would always. Thank you, Leisha. I was just gonna say when we first started dating, he would always ask me to slow dance when it was just the two of us, But now he ain't asked me that in a long time, so I'm gonna have to tell him to get on it.
Okay, like hey, Terry, we ain't had no slow grooves in a while, so
he'd be like, "Okay, let's do it then. Let's slow groove."
That's what I got. Shout out to Terry.
Shout out Johnny. When the show is over, you need to turn on some Janet Jackson. Like,
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I felt that groove right there. Hold on, what we dancing to? Hold on, is the show over with yet? Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, but
then that does something too, like not just the music, but like that whole moment. Like I went somewhere else right there.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about you and Terry slow dancing, I think about me and Mel slow dancing. Like there is something that is connected. And when the music comes on and you start dancing together, it is like literally the two become one, right? And so I felt that in my, as they say, my shana. Like I felt that one. Like that one felt like I knew something. Oh, come on. Okay, Terry. Okay.
That's right. Terry on slow jams now. Hey, listen, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out there on the dance floor with you too. You know what I'm saying? The right partner, get you out there doing the waltz and everything. I salsa. You know what I'm saying? I know how to rock a tambourine. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that not dancing? Because I thought it was. I can win.
With that. It's my mom again.
Hey, listen, Mama. Hey, Mama is turned up tonight. We came to the right show.
We did.
Yes, okay,
buddy. Talk about it.
I'm gonna throw out some fun stuff because one of the things I wanted to do, Johnny is shocked. Okay,
my face is turning red. Like, Leisha said, "With who? Who you saw?"
You're not getting me to change the subject because I'm going to do dancing versus. Okay,
so good.
Listen. Hey, listen. If I told you the name of the person I was dancing with, the whole show would stop, and then we'd be like, "What?" There'd be too many questions for us to ever talk about anything else.
This is true.
Because I know you guys are like really nosy for some reason. I don't know why y'all that nosy. Okay, because y'all got lives and y'all
we're a podcast. What do you mean?
Oh, that's true.
We're supposed to be nosy.
Stop. Thank you, CT.
It's valid questions. Valid questions. Now, okay. Now, just know that she will have my hand, and I will dance with her, and I will shimmy, shake, and do the things. And
Come on.
So, all right,
go.
So, I think about fun conversations about verses when it comes to dances, right? Because there's some really good dancers out here, right? That you'd be like, yo, who do you think can out dance like certain people, right? Okay. And I'm not going to the top yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start a little bit lower. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like,
ready for this.
There's some dancers like, all right, I think Mario's a pretty good dancer, and I also think like he's not at the level of like a Jason Derulo, right? Jason is like he's like he's a really good dancer. Okay, what?
I love our show. I do.
Yeah,
I love our listeners.
Big sis, no. What? No, I'm dancing.
He just said no.
No, like I'm setting up a question. Okay, so all right, now let's go back to your mama and Johnny Gill. Hey, I want to.
Said, why you worried about me?
You worried about me? Your mama at home dancing right now, winding.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Mama Mary, Mama Mary, you out there grinding right now. Okay, do your thing, Mama Mary. Leave me alone.
My.
Don't worry about it. All right, so all right, so in your mind, like who are some really good dancers, like in your mind, like because I think like J-Lo, you know what I'm saying? She's a really good dancer. Yeah. I think Janet Jackson's a really good dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Beyonce's a really good dancer. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's some really good dancers out there. I think Chris Brown is a really good dancer, of course. I think for male dancers, like they've kind of slowed down a little bit more. Like there was a bigger population at one point when that's what I'm saying. Like there was like the B2K Omarions, like, but they didn't get to the level of dancing that we see like a Chris Brown at, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like at the time, like, you would think like Ralph Tresvant, like there was all of these dancing guys in music, right? So I want to ask, like, when you think of great dancers, who comes to mind first? Let's just start there.
Oh my gosh, CT, you can go ahead.
The first people to come to mind are people like Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
right. I think when you think about,
all right, our backstage producer says me.
It's off the hinges now. Yeah, because I'm gonna get myself in trouble if I act up and talk about whoever just said me. So let's just keep going. Michael Jackson was a amazing dancer. Usher, absolutely.
Usher, good one.
Let's go back. Like, let's think about like whenever we were introduced to new groups, like New Edition, Boys to Men, like all of the groups, everybody danced with singing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were separate, even if they were really, really good singers. Like if you're gonna be in concert, and you went to go see a show, the show wasn't you singing. The show was all the production that came with it. So dancing was a prerequisite for how you would get into these groups.
Yeah.
Did you imagine New Edition? Like it's like watching Bobby Brown now. Bobby Brown is Bobby knows the steps.
Bobby.
But don't move like Bobby used to move, right? So, but I think, when I think about people who are amazing dancers, I think about the, people like the Jacksons, the Jackson Fives. I'm thinking about the groups, like the Commodores, the Four Tops.
Yeah.
Like dancing has been a fundamental part of, James Brown. Perfect one, right? It's always been a part of how music was introduced in our lives, right? Will West, like, somebody shut down Easy Motivation's comments, like clearly, like so. When we think about our ways of how we connected to things that were our community, dancing was always a part of it. It wasn't just you singing to us, but it was how you presented the music to us, and how you presented it was with your voice and with your body. You danced. So that's when I think about some of the best. The groups were the ones that caught me.
Yeah, I would agree. I definitely agree that the requirement for music was way higher. Like the standard for being a successful group singer was way higher. That's the reason why you had certain things like New Edition Splinter, where Bobby Brown went off and did his own thing because he had to sing and dance and compete against all the other people who were singing and dancing at the same time, right? To be the king of pop or whatever it was. And then like you said, Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson is a great example of like another person who came from we would say the factory of group dance and group performance, and then went to do his own thing to create his own, style. I would say like I think like Morris Day and the Time. I think of Prince. I think of everybody who had to do something, right? Because they didn't just go up there. Like nowadays, though, people do really just go up there and just sing. You literally just watch somebody just go up there and just like, they don't move much. Like, they just sing. So yeah, that's right. The Temptations. Like we have all of these foundations where dance was always a part of the performance. And I want to go ahead and ask the question because I don't want to belabor it. Who do y'all think is the greatest dancer of all times?
Of all time? I didn't get to mention some of the people that I like too. So they named everybody that I was going to say, I think, between the Ushers and the New Editions and the James Brown, Temptations, and all that stuff too. But also like the Nicholas brothers, like just sick with it, right? And she's not a singer, but Debbie Allen is one of my favorite people in the world. Like I love her. I could watch her all day. She just posted a video recently of her dancing with her husband for their anniversary, and she's just a whole vibe, right? So those are people I think about too. But you said the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. Who do you think is greatest of all time? Because, like, in my mind, I'm like, there's only a couple of answers that people are going to give. Like, there's only the top tier dancers are going to be some of these people who have brought so much entertainment with their voice and dancing that like it got to be the top tier people, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna say like for some people they'd be like Elvis is the greatest performer of all time.
No,
or Pink, like Pink is the greatest.
Pink is a killer performer.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of people who you could be like Ice JJ Fish.
What?
Then we shut down the comments for this.
I know.
Okay.
You know what, Edo? I'm gonna have to stick with Michael Jackson. I'm just gonna have to, only because I think it's something to be said when you reach a certain point that everyone that comes after you is always compared to you.
Yeah. You know what? Let me
say something about that to me. Okay, go ahead.
No, Johnny, I think you're right, but I think it's interesting because we assign dancing and music together as a part of this conversation.
Yeah.
But dancing, like the greatest dancers of all time, I would go over to like somebody who was in ballet. Like when you think about theater and art, like Debbie Allen.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said that. Like the dance company of Harlem. Like when you think about the skill necessary and needed, like, and the shows that are out here today, they're all about dance. So you think you can dance? Have you watched those shows? These jokers are skilled.
Yeah.
And they're not singing. They're just simply using their bodies to communicate a message. Now, song is being played behind them.
Yeah.
They're not using their voices. They're simply using their bodies to express.
That's why I still got to go with Michael.
And I think I'm with Johnny on it though. When you think about how he brought it all together.
Yeah, especially when you describe it that way, you talk about technique and doing something outside of the box that no one has ever seen before, and just communicating with an audience, and I don't know, I still got to go with him. Even though I know that he probably, he was like the first to say like James Brown was a huge influence, and probably the Nicholas, all those things, but it's just still something about it. The way he dances.
Now, the crazy thing is I asked you this question because they've already answered it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can literally Google the world's greatest dancer, and the number one thing is going to come up is going to be Michael Jackson. And it is exactly for those points, because Michael created dances. Like the moonwalk, he created, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he created move. I mean, I'm going to say it, but grabbing your crouch is Michael's move. You know what I'm saying? Doing a little flare kick. I mean, I had to try it at least once. I'm just saying, like, Michael created so many different things through his expression with dance. That's what makes him the world's greatest dancer. So I love the conversation. I love all of this. I love all of the comments. I mean, you guys have been on fire tonight, being very responsive. And like, I do want to get into a question with you, TT, and ask, like, what would grandma say about, the love of dance and dancing herself?
I love the question, and I really do appreciate and love this conversation, because dance has been an integral part of our lives, even to the extent that our daughter, growing up, she was a dancer.
Yeah.
And she went to a dance company. Shout out to my girl Crystal and Leap of Faith in Columbus, Ohio, dance company that helped to foster that skill in our daughter. And grandma might say she really appreciates what Kennedy, that's our daughter, did through this experience. And in season 2, she'd say, come here, babe. And she'd say, sit down, let me talk to you for a minute. And she would say, dance is the thing that all of us need to make sure that we have in our repertoire, whether or not it's something you do well or not. Grandma would say the D in dance is, as Nike would say, just do it.
Just do it.
Sometimes when you turn the music on and you find yourself, just even if it's just a little bop right there, just give yourself permission to just do it. And sometimes if you got to get the shoulders in it, just grandma would say, just do it. Don't stop yourself. As the song say, let the music take control of your body tonight. As mama would say, my, it sure looks good tonight. And so grandma would say, when you're dancing, make sure you just do it. But as you do it, and sometimes you get stuck because you think there is an audience watching you. And grandma would say the only audience that is important is your audience of one. And when you get comfortable with the audience of one, grandma would say you move to not from the D to the A into the C. No, actually you're in. Internet's right. D-A-N. Yeah. And grandma would say the N would be even though you may be an audience of one, don't worry about who notices what you're doing. That's your end. If she says don't worry about who notices what you're doing, you might be in some of my classes I used to teach. Sometimes you had to go to the right first, and then to the left. And then some people will go to the left when you're supposed to be going right. And people would notice what somebody else was doing. And so one of the things I would do, I would purposefully go left when I needed to go right. And people would notice that, and I'd be like, yeah, stop paying attention to me and make sure you dancing yourself. That's that audience of the one. Make sure you're paying attention to what it is that you're doing, because when you're dancing for yourself, because you're just doing it, you look good. Yeah, y'all know the song. And so when the D and the A and the N goes to the C, one might say that when you are dancing, somebody might tell you what to do, but grandma would say, be creative, baby. Do the thing that feels most comfortable for you. There it is. And the creativity that comes out of you is authentic to you. And that's when you can know that somebody might be noticing what you are doing, but it doesn't matter, because you've created an audience of one, because you decided to just do it. Now, as we close out the conversation around what grandma might say around dancing, because you decided to do it in this audience of one, and you didn't worry about who noticed you because you were being creative in what it is that you were doing. There's a different energy that came out of you, and the energy that comes out of you, I actually had a conversation with Melanie about how I wanted or not wanted the E to be. I was just like, babe, can the E be exercise? She was like, no, there's negative connotation around exercise. Let's let it be the energy that you produce. But when you are doing it with the kind of energy that's necessary, you are actually burning off some calories. Because if you ask someone, maybe even the internet, what you were doing when you dance, you're actually exercising. You are putting off some energy. You are actually strengthening your immune system. All the things that give you permission when you are dancing, like you're dancing, you start sweating because of the mind that's going on in your life. You give yourself permission, because you did it, to have an audience that is only one that's watching, because you only notice what it is that you were doing, and you were creative when you did it. And the energy that you came out with, made you a better person. So dance, dance, dance all night. Thank you, Grandma.
All right, Grandma came with it. We about to go ahead and let Grandma know we ain't playing. All right, Mama. Look, my mom done showed up. We in trouble.
Uh-oh. They're gonna be on the real
I like that.
That was a good one.
So Cam, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor. Can you play that sound for me real quick, and then do that thing? I just I just gotta ask.
No.
With the face.
No.
Why are you making the face?
No.
Why are you making the face? Johnny, what you got?
No. Do not do a close up on me. My mother has been mentioning Johnny Gill in my tonight. Please, and now she's talking about Anthony Hamilton. Remove me from the Oh, that
Dance,
is
Johnny. He got you dancing, and it's got you dancing.
I'm like, I'm blushing. I'm so uncomfortable. No, I love that though. I love that. I love that so much. And CT, I love what you was talking about though, about how dancing, basically like dancing like no one's watching, right?
Yeah.
Because no one else matters, and it brings you so much joy. It's so true. When you just let go and do you, there's so much joy that comes along with it. But I wanted to read off a quote from our girl Debbie Allen. I just love her, and she says, "Dance has the ability to break down barriers and bring people together." And I think that's what it's all about. So E, when you introduced this topic about dancing, the first thing I thought about, I was at a corporate function and we were line dancing, and how everybody was on the floor. Folks, some people who didn't have rhythm, some of us did have rhythm, some of us knew the dance, some of us didn't know the dance. We were teaching it to each other. We were like watching each other and just having a great time. And it's true, it really does bring people together. So if you're not a dancer like me, find some place where you can dance with some folks, right? Because all the things that we think matter, that separates us and what we believe and this and that and the other, when you're on the dance floor, none of that matters, but having a good time. And so I embrace that whole, especially as I get older, I embrace the dancing through motivation that helps us motivate us and bring us all together. So right on to the dancing.
I love
dancing.
Yes. I love it. All right, Johnny. All right, cool. I got a little dance for you. There you go, Johnny. That's just for you. All right. I love that. Yeah, because I know I put you on the spot. I put Johnny on the spot. Look, CT, I get it in again 2 weeks in a row. I'm just playing. All right, just playing. All right. So now, so your message from the A.O.C. today. We're gonna go ahead and play around with it. Now, I'm gonna ask everybody to just bear with me. If you've never danced, or done a line dance, or gone to a family function, right, and not really embraced just being free around somebody, there is something you're kind of missing out on. It is so liberating to be free in that moment with everybody around you, you just being you, and like you said, Johnny, just being you. Like, if this is how you feel and this is how it makes you want to move, and you do it, and there's no judgment, there's nothing around, that's beautiful. And you know what I actually enjoy about that? That's chaos. Did you not realize, guys, that dancing is chaos? It's chaos to your body. It's you literally performing different junctions and different stuff, like just acting crazy with your body. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's expressive. It can be anything. Anybody can do anything. You can do backflips and cartwheels and whatever you want to. You can combine different things and make it into what is called dance. I love that concept. So, that's your shot from the A.O.C. Go out there and pop your body. You know what I'm saying? Pop your body and get your slow groove on, like Mama did. You know what Mama said. Stop. I'm with it. Like Mama played. Listen, I'm about to turn on the slow jams too. Like, I'm literally about to turn on the slow jams and be like, hey, it's grind time. We about to do. Go ahead, put on the voice.
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable
right now. You know what I'm saying? It was about to go down.
I'm so uncomfortable.
We got to turn the music on so we can set the mood. You know what I mean? Like CT know what it do. Hey.
Come on, Sade. Come
you
on.
already know. Listen, my Sade is coming on right now. Okay, but Yeah, now I do want to take a little bit of time and just ask, is anybody out there in our easy motivational listening lands that want to go ahead and just ask a question about dancing, or they want to tell us one of their favorite dances that they grew up loving, or that they love dance? Because I know we asked that earlier, in whether somebody's joined. Like, we just want to check in, you know what I'm saying, before we turn it off. Yes, you know it, Mom. You know I love good chaos. You know I love good chaos. Mm-hmm. I live for it.
Listen.
I throw the dice at chaos. Let's go. Songs that make okay. All right, jam on it. All right. Okay. I love Daft Punk. I think there's so many different types and genres of music too, that if you really open yourself up to, you can find all type of really fun music to dance and listen to. So go out there, try to dance, try to do something fun. Yes, sir.
Did you used to do Kid and Play?
Of course. I mean, I still do it by myself. I mean, I practice. I got a shoe that's just set up right there for me to practice with. I'm sorry. I got a shoe that's just set there permanently for me to just hola, hey, oh. Listen, I get it. I do the
dance battle and house party was everything.
Was the dance party and house party not everything?
It was everything.
Yeah.
It was everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know we did our segments, but we're not done with this program. Like, do you remember, like, okay, so I was probably in college at the time, right? And they had the dance parties, like literally from that scene where in the house party was a literal thing. Did y'all ever get to go? Like, I didn't get to go till I was in college. It was my first house party.
To a house party?
To a house party, dog.
College.
You guys go to house parties? Was it college or before college?
Hold up. My mama's on here, man. Don't be asking me this question. That's not
Mama, that was before we lived in the house.
Now that my mom done showed up, now you're gonna ask, have I ever had a house party?
Sorry,
or been to one. Yes, I've been to house parties. I've been to day parties during school and got kicked out and we had to duck the officer to get back to the school.
Did you have a house party at your house?
Oh, heck yeah, mom, I'm gonna go ahead and tell her myself. I think you know about this house party. So all right, we was those kids that was kind of lucky, you know what I'm saying? We grew up in a nice, not a nice neighborhood, but we had a pool, right? You know what I'm saying? We had a pool in the backyard, had a deck, you know what I'm saying? All of this stuff. And basketball court, and like, you know what I'm saying? So when the parents went out of town, you know what I'm saying, and I was in high school, Rager. Splash. Lights everywhere. People hanging off the rim like, it was crazy.
Oh, mama.
She said all the time.
Mama. Ow.
It was epic.
I think you should be disciplined now. Like,
Me too.
Like, there is no statute of limitation on what you did. Like,
what I did when I was like 17, man. You're right. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Mom, you know I love you. I will hug you. I will hug you. Not let you hit me. I ain't gonna let that happen. I ain't get beat up. Not at this age. I cleaned up. Nobody saw anything happen.
No.
Nobody saw nothing happen. They came home and everything was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what you're supposed to do. The pool's extra clean. Mom and dad extra happy. Now, the one thing they didn't notice was that giant bottle of champagne they had been sitting there for years. This has been that they felt like wasn't open. That was water.
Didn't we say like some months ago, like, this is therapy? I feel like right now, like, there's so much, Johnny, that Eric is releasing that I think is really important.
I agree.
Wait. I've told people these stories before. I ain't got no problem telling what I did. I mean, I'm an accountable person. If I did it, I did it. I will say I did it.
I know that's right. That's what's up.
My mom, that's why my mama loved me, because like all she ever had to do was ask me, and I'd be like, yes, man. The worst thing that's ever happened when she told me she was like disappointed in me, and that's because I told her the truth. So
okay.
Yeah, like I've never been the one to lie about what I do. I'd look you in the face. Like, you should have heard what I told her when I told her I was 40. I gave her all the F's. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna let all these F's fly right by you real quick, just so you can know, like, I'm at that age. Mom, no, it wasn't just me. It was, I wasn't the only one there. Okay, it's not just me. CT want me to repent. CT do want me to repent right now. He do. He want me to repent right now.
Okay, it's you don't have to repent to me. It's just like, Mom already knows. Your relationship is still good. Which
she knows. She knows.
Right.
She knows. I never lied to her. You know what I'm saying? Not.
Right.
So, all right. So with that, I want to go into our final thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So we can end the wonderful night. It's been so much fun talking to you guys about dance. I know you guys didn't expect this conversation to turn into what it turned into, because none of our conversations go the way that we really think they're supposed to. And the Easy Monday Motivationers always make it as interesting. So we do enjoy, interacting and, showing up for you guys every single Monday. So I want to get final thoughts, and I'm going to come to you, Johnny My Liege, first for your final thoughts.
My final thoughts, I want to share some songs that always make me want to dance. First one, I Like It by Cardi B. Every single time it comes on, that's my jam.
Okay.
Big by Tank and the Bangers, featuring Big Frida. Very much a EU doing a butt vibe, very DC vibe. And then I feel like anything on Bruno Mars 24K album, like it could be fast, slow, whatever. I'm dancing and singing the whole way through. So, just sharing a little something with the people. Always make me want to dance.
I love that. Oh, all of those was great. And I'm like that because I got the Bruno Mars he's not slept on. He's awesome.
But I know what you mean though.
Yeah, like he doesn't feel like he's where he should be, but like I love Bruno Mars. Yeah, I got his album. I'm putting that on just because you just mentioned Bruno is going on. All right, CT, coming to you for your final thoughts, my guy.
Listen, I'm going to give my final thoughts. We were backstage when I shared my final thoughts, and I'm going to share my final thoughts with the Easy Motivationers in the same way. And it went a little something like this, and that is, how can I move the crowd? The writer said, first of all, there ain't no mistakes allowed. Here's the instructions. Put it together. It's simple, ain't it? And it's quite clever. Some of you been trying to write rhymes for years, but your weak ideas irritate my ears. Is that the best that you can make? Well, if not, if you got more, don't worry, I'll wait. Don't make me wait too long, because I'm going to move on the dance floor. When I put something smooth on, so do what? Turn up the bass. It's better when it's loud. Because why? Because I like to move the crowd. Now, that makes me dance. The reason why that's my jam forever, watch this. It was the very first secular song I was allowed to listen to, and I learned every lyric to that song every time it comes on.
I love that.
It comes on, it's like standing by the speaker. Suddenly I had this fever, wasn't being either summer madness, but I just can't stand around. Like, that was my song, y'all, because Marquette Ann, and y'all will meet her on Mother's Day. Marquette Ann was like, no, we sing about Jesus in this house. And anything other than that wasn't. So I had this, like, I snuck this song and I learned the lyrics of the song Move the Crowd by Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh, I love that.
That's the song that made me move. So in my final thoughts, find your thing that makes you move. And whenever you're down and you need motivation, find that thing. And I guarantee you, it will change how your mood is and what you do, and just move.
Nice. No, I love that. I definitely love that. Okay, my final thought is very simple. Go out and dance, damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm allowed to say that one. I finally listen, that was an A.O.C moment. I'm sorry, I just let it out. Just go dance. It's gonna be nice outside. Go dance. Go live it up. I'm sorry. I listened. Somebody had to do it at some point. I knew at some point I was gonna go there, because I'm just saying dancing is awesome. So go do it. Go, and there's a song called "Do the Thing," do the dang thing. You go out there and do the dang thing. I'm just saying, there's a lot of music out there that will make you want to dance. So please go out there and go dance.
Real quick before you close out, are we allowed to listen to 12 play anymore? Because I know we did. A lot of us danced to that back in.
Cut us off right now. Cut us off right now. I'm not even gonna do the cut off. Like, I'm not even gonna do the sign off now that you done said that, because like in my mind the whole time I was waiting for somebody to bring the person up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Cam canceled CT.
Don't cancel CT. That was a fair question.
Bring CT back. That's a good question. But you know, we tried to. I just okay. You know what? That's my fault because I pushed it and then you pushed it. So that's
you. I didn't say anybody's name.
I'm sorry.
I implicated anybody. I was simply asking a question.
Listen. All I will say is that there are a couple of hits that make me cut a rug. Okay, by that person. So
I'm not even going. Listen, yeah. I'm sorry. Listen. I did it. Listen, everybody can clearly see.
I feel discriminated against. Like, you not gonna cut Johnny off now? Like, because how does? Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
I gotta dance. Sometimes I hear a couple of hits, and it's just like,
sorry, this is my fault. It's fair squares out here, y'all. It's fair squares out here. The squares are fair out here. You know, I probably should have got taken off too. Cam, go ahead. I'm sorry. You know, I did.
I love this pod.
I love it.
We've gone crazy. We've gone wild.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't know. How do we cut Cam off? We don't do it.
No, we can't cut Cam off. Cam is in control. So it's sorry. But no, with that, this has been a wonderful conversation. Y'all are the best ever. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. You know, you can find us. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, as well as iTunes. You can see us on YouTube. Definitely, we're on Instagram and Facebook. And you can please go like, share, comment, turn on those stars, because we need 5 of them in all of the places, because I like all of the things in all of the places. And please make sure to keep commenting, keep doing the dang thing, and also keep chilling until the next episode. Peace. Everybody have a good night.
Peace, y'all.
All right.